So, today's shadow work prompt for the root chakra. When you are in a really zen, calm state, I want you to ask your subconscious to show you your first memory. Don't search for the answer, and I'm just shuffling because it's soothing to me, so I'll deal with it. Don't search for the answer. Don't force the answer. Just let it happen. Let it come to you. When it's the right moment, it will come to you. This is your subconscious. Everything you've ever experienced is within you. Everything you've ever lived is in your subconscious. So, if it shows you a memory and you're like, the memory's fuzzy or it's not very clear, I want you to treat it as a movie that you're watching on a screen. I want you to tell your subconscious to sharpen visibility, sharpen the sound. In fact, go a step further. Bring in smells, textures, flavors. And do not minimize what comes up for you. I don't want you to sit here telling me, it brought up an insignificant memory. There's no such thing as an insignificant memory, especially when you're requesting the first memory that your subconscious is considering important enough, monumental enough, something about it, right? We'll examine it in a little bit, but your subconscious thought, this is the first thing I need to record. Okay? Why is your subconscious recording this memory if you think it's insignificant? I'm going to tell you why. Because you're approaching this from your current age, your current perspective. But the experience, the memory, is from your inner child, not yours. So look at it from your inner child's perspective. Look at it from that age. When the memory comes up, I want you to focus on what age you were at, what's happening around you, who's around you, what noises are around you, what's happening. And I want you, if you can, to transfer your consciousness into the body of your inner child and feel it from their perspective. This moment, this memory, I can't talk. What is your inner child experiencing it as? Not what your adult conscious self is experiencing it at. What is your inner child experiencing? What emotions are going through their little body? And when you're feeling that, I want you to ask your inner child why. Why do you feel this way? If they're feeling neglected, overlooked, unheard, abused, hurt, whatever it is they're feeling, I want you to ask why. What's your perception? What's happening here from your point of view? They're saying this, but what is it you are hearing? Because you're going to understand what your inner child comprehended during this moment, during this memory that's happening. And I want you to ask your inner child, what made this memory so impactful for you? What made you start recording this moment? What about this moment is so monumental to you? And I want you to listen without judgment. Remembering that you're thinking now as an adult, as a, somebody who, whatever's happening is probably insignificant. Because a lot of my clients, when they go back to their first memory, they think it's insignificant until we start digging. And it was either they felt unheard, they felt hurt, they felt like they didn't matter, they felt neglected, abandoned, And it was so monumental to the little person that was going through that little person thought, I need to engrave this in my memory because this is important. So when all of this is happening, I need you to ask your subconscious how this reflects in your behavior today. How did this moment, this memory, shape who you turn into? Because I promise you it did. And again, let the answer come without judgment. Because whatever it is that's happening, what you need to do is reassure your inner child. You need to reassure your inner child that you will not abandon them. Other people may. We can't control what other people do. But you will not. You will not neglect your inner child. You will always listen to your inner child. They will not be unheard in your presence. You will always care for them. You're not going to neglect them. You pay attention to their needs. So whatever it is that's happening, I need you to build affirmations around this moment and counteract it. So focus on the connection that your inner child is making with this moment and with the emotions that are coming up in their mind. Don't try to devalue what they're feeling. Don't try to simplify it. Don't be insensitive with your own self is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't try to tell your inner child, you're just making a big deal out of nothing. That's not the way to deal with shadow work. Make sure that you are validating their experience. Make sure that you're letting them know that what they're feeling, what they're processing, they're not being too sensitive. It's okay for them to feel hurt. It's okay for them to feel whatever it is that they're feeling. And then I need you to help them process it. You need to let them know that they're okay, that you're going to be there for them, that you're protecting them, you're guarding them, you see them, you hear them. Because whenever you ask the question of what I went through, how did it shape me today, you're going to notice a pattern. So if you invalidate it and you're like, that wasn't that big of a deal, then why did it affect the way you operate today? Then why was it the first memory ever engraved into your subconscious? Trust yourself. Trust your subconscious. Trust your inner child. And when all these answers come up, I want you to write them out. And if you can, I want you to write out the affirmations you've created to counterbalance that as well. And as much as you can, say them to yourself. Show your inner child that they are worthy, they are heard, they are seen. It's all important, okay? If you want to share your experience in the comments below, I look forward to that. And if you just want to keep it to yourself, that's okay too. I am building a course that is going to be a lot more in depth, where I actually guide you through the meditation and help you process whatever comes up. But for now, we'll use these prompts. Bye.